Dude, what are you doing over there? Shh. Okay, Chefé, you ready for this?
Am I ready? Ready for what?
Well, we've been getting a lot of questions from the interwebs, and I thought it would be a good idea to run through these and get your feedback. What do you think?
Well, I was going to do something productive today, but yeah, let's do this instead.
Okay, first up, this question is from Mustard Storm.
Mustard Storm? Sounds like what's in my pants after I eat Chipotle.
Good to know. He's asking about the classic fuck, marry, kill scenario, this time with Daniel Jones, John Mara, and Ben McAdoo.
Well, I don't want to make this weird, but let's get it right out of the way. I'm banging Daniel Jones till the cows come home. By far the most attractive, and to be honest, could be an opportunity to let off some of the frustration I've been living with for the last 4 years from horrendously average quarterback play.
Wow, ew.
Next up, I'm going to marry John Mara. Listen, if you got to get down with an old wrinkly white guy, you can definitely do worse than the owner of an NFL franchise. I bet the rub and tug ladies in Boston took care of a lot of non-billionaires before they got to Robert Kraft, you know what I'm saying?
Not really, no.
Tons of perks to that marriage, that's all I'm saying. Can we move on, please?
Yes, please.
And that leaves an obviously dead Ben McAdoo. That haircut alone is a murderable offense.
Okay, well, can't argue with that last one. Next question from Shawnee B. What does El Chefé think of Acoustic Douche?
He's a man of few words. He gets his point across and then he disappears, much like my father.
Sorry, didn't mean to strike a nerve there. Would you like to move on? Okay. Next question from Jay Loopy. What would you do if the Giants signed DJ to a 4-year contract worth $120 million?
I'd probably slam my face into a burning hot grill repeatedly until my head actually split into 11 perfect slivers.
Okay, that seems like a reasonable response. Speaking of grilling, next question from NYG fan and CLT. Which produces more flavorful foods on the grill, gas or charcoal?
Well, let's be honest, you only use gas for convenience. Charcoal is clearly better. I prefer to cook my food over a burning log, but it's just not practical.
Sure, yeah, because lots of people cook over a burning log. Next one from NY State of Sean. If Daniel Jones were a tailgating food, what would he be?
In a world where homemade chili and turducken exists, Daniel Jones is hummus on a rice cracker. And not just any hummus either. Fat-free, plain hummus with a green leaf on it, which means they took some other good shit out of it. And that rice cracker is definitely some gluten-free whole wheat shit.
Sounds about right. Strange question from Troy here. Chefé, are you commando under that Giants apron?
Originally, yes, but it's gotten quite cold lately and I've switched over to boxer briefs with about a half a dozen hand warmers in and around my giblets.
What do you mean in your giblets?
Next question.
And what are giblets exactly?
Next question.
Okay, next one from Halsey9918. Do you ever actually cook anything other than cock-shaped meats, you miserable yet very entertaining prick?
Hey, I didn't invent the shape of foods that taste the best. I got a kielbasa on deck for tonight.
They may have a point with the penis-shaped foods, man.
You're a penis-shaped food. Next question.
Well, thank you. Next one from Mr. Rob. How do you think Dable likes his burger cooked?
He likes it uncooked, like a real man.
I don't think it's very manly to get food poisoning.
Speaking of Dave's, he's got to bring the beard back. The goatee makes him look like he's been stress-eating, like a guy who doesn't have faith in his quarterback.
It's amazing how you turn facial hair into something negative about Daniel Jones. Anyway, from Rob Ford here, if Danny Dimes was a sauce, what sauce would he be?
I'm gonna go with low-sodium soy sauce, because he doesn't have a salty, spicy bone in his body.
Sure, of course he doesn't. Last question here from Chris Davidson. Should I raise my kids as Giants fans or help them find another team to root for? Ouch.
If you have to ask that question, then you're completely unfit to have children. There's only one team under the sun worth pissing and moaning about, and it's the New York goddamn Giants. All right, now I have to ask, what the hell are you doing?
Oh, me? I'm just writing up Daniel Jones' next contract. It's going to take me a while. There's a few years on this one.
Oh, come on, man.